Hello all. So today we will be looking at the paper 4 business strategy for business A level, that is the syllabus 9609. So we are going to discuss how to work out this paper. So basically this is a new paper especially for the 2023 cohort. So what is there in this paper? No one knows. We have the specimen paper. So there will be lots of options. Okay, there will be lots of options that we need to consider for this paper. So the paper components. So normally time is 1 hour and 15 minutes. So it is 1 hour and 15 minutes. So it's going to be 75 minutes in all. So you will be getting 2 questions. Both questions are compulsory. You have no choice. And the questions will be based on the case study. So when answering the question, you need to make reference to the case study. And here we will be giving the maximum reading time would be 10 minutes. Minimum is going to be 5 minutes and maximum 10 minutes. You cannot spend more than 10 minutes in reading, otherwise you won't be having enough time for attempting the questions. So 75 minus this 10 minutes, so it gives you 65 minutes, and 65 minutes, the 65 minutes that you have, you will divide it by 2. So for each question, approximately it's going to give you like 32.5 minutes. So let us say let us keep 2.5 minutes for the final revision. So here what we can say is that you need to spend like 30 minutes on each questions. Okay, 30 minutes will be enough. This is the maximum that you need to spend on each question, 30 minutes. So here for the 20 marks for each question, so we divide it into this. So for knowledge, you will be getting 3 marks. For application, 2 marks. For analysis, 8 marks. So here compared to paper 3, here analysis is much more, and then evaluation will be 7 marks. Here lots have to be done under the analysis part. Okay, so you need to concentrate a lot on the analysis part. Okay, so basically if you are to go only because you know why we have to spend a lot of time on this here, the analysis part, you have to pay lots of consideration to the analysis part, because your evaluation, this evaluation will depends on the analysis. If the analysis is not going to be enough, you won't be able to evaluate enough. Okay, so and this is the logic behind this here. Analysis is 8 marks. So basically we have a 3 level here as well. So for the analysis, if you're going to only explain only one analysis like the impact, so the score will be like 1 to 3 marks. That's only the number of marks that you're going to get. And basically your evaluation based on level 1, even here you will be scoring only 1 to 3 marks, because here only basic understanding won't help. Okay, only writing the analysis you will be getting only 1 to 3 marks. Okay, so if we go to the level 2, that is you will do the analysis plus you will do some further reading, and maybe here you are doing some further analysis. So here for this level 2, this is the number of marks that you will be getting, around 4 to 5 marks on your evaluation, because evaluation here is 7 marks. And then if you go for the level 3, where we have been discussing a lot on level 3, like doing the analysis and then the further analysis, and then as a consequence what happened. So as a result, what will happen? So here you will be qualified for the 7 to 8 marks. So this is the 7 to 8 marks, the maximum marks that you will be getting. And eventually your evaluation will be much more deeper. Okay, you will be having some much more deeper evaluation where you can score good marks. So your evaluation and your analysis needs to be very strong. Otherwise, the evaluation only will not be good. So the evaluation will be based on the level of your analysis and writing. Here analysis matters, okay? Analysis matters because in paper 3 normally for analysis you will be getting like 3 marks and evaluation like 6 marks, but here the analysis is very important for the paper 4. So the level 3 is same like paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4. So you always need to analyze basing on the case study. You do some further analysis, and as a consequence, what will happen, and however or otherwise, and what have you deduced, what have you deducted from all these. So here is the guidance on using levels-based mark schemes. Okay, like I told you, if the marking of work should be positive as always, so rewarding achievement where possible, but you must clearly you will be differentiating from the whole range of marks. Okay. For example, the marker would be looking at the judgment, the level of statement, the best fit, and whether the work match with the level of statement and all. So if the candidates were convincingly, so meeting all the level statements, all the analysis and the further analysis and all, so you will be awarded the highest mark. And here, if the candidates work adequately, that is meeting the level statement, okay, where here you will be awarded with a middle of the range, like this is like level 2, and then here if the candidates work just to meet the level statement, this is level 1, where you will be awarded the lowest marks. So if we look at the paper component, the marking scheme, it is very clear here where what they are looking for in your knowledge and understanding about the theories, the concepts, the definitions, and all the theories that you are going to apply. The application, that is how you're going to apply your knowledge basing on your theories, the terms to address the problems. And then here is the analysis. Okay, we are always talking about analysis. So here you analyze the business problem, the issues, the situation in the case study. What are the problems? What are the issues? What kind of environment? What types of situation the business is operating in? So here then you use appropriate methods and techniques to make sense, be it qualitative and quantitative both. And then you look for the causes, what will happen, the impact, and as a consequence. Okay. You must also be able to distinguish between what is factual evidence and your opinions or value judgment, and drawing valid inferences and making valid generalization. So this is your analysis part, which is O3, and then we move to O4, which is the evaluation, evidence to make reasoned judgments. Okay, what you have come to conclude, your conclusion. and where appropriate, what are you recommending, okay, what are the actions and all that you're going to recommend, and the implementation. So basically, this is the assessment objectives that you need to know for this paper. And here is the table, all these, the three levels that we've been talking about, level 1, level 2, level 3, okay, where we've been talking about the different levels and how knowledge, application, analysis, and evaluation. So like I told you, knowledge is 3 marks, application is 2 marks, analysis is 8 marks, and your evaluation will be 7 marks. Again, your evaluation will depend on your analysis. So here is the grid of all the questions which came out from March 2018 to November 2022. So you will see the different questions that we get: strategic management, analysis, SWOT, PEST, porters, 5 forces, analysis, core competence. And you can see for strategic choice, on strategic choice, there were so many questions which came out. Okay, every year, practically every year, we have question on strategic choice, porters, 5 forces analysis, decision tree and force field analysis. I told all of this came out. Business strategy, contingency planning, change management, the change culture, contingency planning, and strategic implementation. So all these components which came out for the exams, and look at the frequency in which they came out. So you can make reference to these when working out the questions. So here is paper 4, some of the questions which already came out. Okay, 1 to, for example, 1 to 16, these are questions which already came out in this sense in the previous papers. Okay, and then topic 17 to 21, this comes from the different chapters that you have in the book, basing on paper unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, and unit 5. Because remember, before, when we were having only 3 papers, strategic management was considered to be a separate topics. Now, for this paper 4, you will be based, the question will be based on the whole syllabus, okay, where you have to do thorough preparation, thorough understanding, and thorough reading, okay. And you need to always remember that you don't get marks for writing long answers, okay. Actually, you will be getting marks for writing quality answers, okay. So your answer should be based on quality writing and not on quantity writing, okay. So here we will be discussing the whole 21 possible essays which already came out, what you need to understand and all. I will be sharing a grid with you on when and which question came out. So here the question is about the importance of strategic management. So if you are to get such a question for the exam, so these are how you're going to lay out your answer, starting with paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, you move on like that. So here we are talking about strategic management. So you all know in strategic management we have strategic analysis, strategic choice, strategic implementation. So this is what we will be talking about here in this essay. So firstly, the definition of the strategic management. So you have to define the business strategy, strategic management in terms of the objectives being SMART and all. And then we move on to the importance of the mission statement. So the importance of this, where is the business now and all. And then you have to analyze basing on what you have said here, and then further analysis, and then the consequences. So remember, level 1, level 2, level 3. So this analysis here, it will be considered as level 1. Then further analysis here, it's going to be considered as level 2, and then the consequence, it's going to be considered as level 3. And then you need to talk about the however issues, and you explain. And then third paragraph, we talk about importance of strategic analysis, why it is important, assessing the current situation of the company in relation to its market, to its competitors, and the external environment. You analyze basing on your case study, what is there in the case, analysis level 1, further analysis level 2, and as a consequence level 3. Then para 4, we move on to the importance of strategic choice. Again, strategic choice, how you are going to take important decisions that will push the business towards the objective sets. So here you have to analyze level 1, further analysis level 2, and then as a consequence level 3. And then however, etc. And then we move on to para 5, which is the importance of strategic implementation, allocating sufficient resources to put decisions into effect. And then you evaluate, you need to talk about the new strategies, the additional resources, how the resources need to be provided at the right time in sufficient quantities to allow the strategies to be effective. And then you analyze, basing on the case study, you further analyze level 2, and then as a consequence level 3. Then other information, any brief, what is there in the case, any brief information, okay, with any two with brief explanation. Remember, when we are talking about strategic management, so we have the analysis, the choice, and the implementation. No need to talk about the techniques here. We are not asking you to write on the techniques here, okay. And then the opinions, which is most important, your reasoning, your ending. For example, you have to link you with it with the business objectives. Do not forget to link it with any of these, like in terms of growth, in terms of survival, in terms of CSR, in terms of market dominance. So this is how the layout of your answer should be for the importance of strategic management. So here it is on the importance of strategic analysis. If you are to get such a question, so paragraph 1, you need to talk about the definition of strategic analysis, what you understand by this, that is the business looking into details about its current position, what is happening now, and what might happen in the future. Then how the managers are going to take their long-term plans or strategy for the business to fit in with the external environment. Then paragraph 2, you talk about the importance. These are the different. So when we are talking about strategic analysis here, now you will be talking about the techniques. Okay, so we have these 4 techniques: SWOT, PEST, Porter's 5 forces models or analysis, and the core competency. So when you are to talk on the strategic analysis, you need to talk about these 4 techniques. So here the importance of SWOT, the analysis, remember, basing on your case study, and then further analysis. So analysis is level 1, further analysis is level 2, and as a consequence is level 3. Now you do not need to talk about all the 4 SWOT: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. You can take one, what is there in the case study, and then you further explore. Same for PEST as well. You explain the political, you have political, economical, social, and technological. No need to talk on all these. So you take only one here, for example, the political environment, how it is affecting the business. Then you analyze further analysis as a consequence, however, the issue and the explanation. And same for Porter's five forces analysis models. So again, no need to go into much more details about bargaining power of suppliers and all. So all you have to do is you take one and then you explain. Then the importance of core competence. How is it important? What the business has, which differentiate itself from others. Okay. So again, the analysis, further analysis and consequence. Now in other information, now the question is on strategic analysis. So for other information, you will be talking about strategic choice and implementation. Now if the question would have been importance of strategic choice, then in other information you would have talked about strategic analysis and strategic implementation. And if the question is about importance of strategic implementation, then you will have to talk about strategic analysis and strategic choice. And then the opinions, your reasoning, what is happening, whatever you talk, your opinions, your reasoning. And then do not forget to link the business objectives with the survival, growth, CSR, or the market dominance. The next is about the SWOT analysis. Okay, so here again, so this is a technique of strategic analysis. So you will be talking about the strength. So SWOT, you will be talking about the strength from the appendix, further the further analysis, the consequences. However, do not forget, always remember level 3, 1, 2, 3, very important. Okay, it is very important. And then the weakness, so when we are talking about weakness, definitely here we need to find the solution. Therefore will definitely come, therefore the solution and the explanation. And then opportunity from the appendix, you know, everything will be given to you in the appendix, be it SWOT, PEST, SWOT, PEST, the macroeconomic influences, everything will be given to you. All you have to do is to take it from the case study, from the appendix, and then you analyze, further analysis, consequence, however, and explanation. And then threat, so here it is a threat, therefore you need to come with solution, okay, and the explanation as well. So other information here, you have the other free techniques which you can talk about, anyone, PEST, Porter's 5 forces analysis, or the core competence. But one special advice here is that please avoid from taking PEST here when you're talking about SWOT. Avoid taking PEST here, because PEST, it's going to be similar with what you have written over there. Okay, so better avoid PEST here. Maybe you can talk about these two, which will be better. And then your opinion matters, whatever you've been talking about from paragraph 2 to paragraph 6, whatever you've been talking about, which one is the most important. Okay, your reasoning, your understanding, your ending, and then how you're going to link with the business objective, growth, survival, CSR, or market dominance. This came out, I think if you refer to the table, you will see there was, I don't remember the year, but it did came out, the SWOT analysis. Okay. So here we are looking at the importance of PEST, so definition of PEST, okay, and then we move on to the different paragraph that we have. Then we will be talking about the political factors, which will be given again to you from the appendix, okay, which will be given to you from the appendix. Then do not forget level 1, analysis, further analysis, consequence. And here we are talking about the business, so we can have issue which can be in favor of the business, which will be therefore, or we can have issue which would be against the business. So do not forget to write either however you explain, or therefore what will be the solution and all. Same for the economic factors from the appendix. analysis, further analysis, the consequences. Okay, again here the however will come, or therefore will come. So you need to look at the case study and see which one is favor for the business, okay, in favor of the business. Then we have the social factors again, and the technological factors. Like I told you, other information. So other information, you can talk about SWOT or Porter's five forces analysis or core competencies. But like I told you before, SWOT and PEST are um, a bit like same. You will have to be talking about like same issues, so better avoid from talking about SWOT, better concentrate, take one of these and then you talk about, and then your opinion basing on the fact of these from paragraph 1 to 3, your opinion, why, the reason why you think which one is most important, and then you ending, and do not forget to link with the business objective, survival, growth, market dominance, and CSO. So here the importance of Porter's five forces analysis, same paragraph 1, definition of Porter's five forces analysis. Then we have paragraph 2, which is the bargaining power of suppliers. All these information will be given to you from the appendix, okay? And then analysis, further analysis, and then here we have however and therefore. It will depends on whether it's the opportunity, whether it is an opportunity. So when if it is an opportunity, however will come, but if it is a threat, therefore will come. So you will have to analyze basing on the case study. Same here, bargaining power of customers, coming from the appendix, okay? Again here, however and therefore issue will come, so you will have to choose which one depending on the case study. Threats of new entrants, same here, so which one will come, you will have to decide to select. And then threats of substitutes from the appendix, and again here therefore will come. So everything will be given to you on the case study in the appendix. And then all the information, so you can talk on this is from strategic analysis, so you can talk on SWOT, you take either SWOT, you take PEST, or you take core competency. And then the opinion basing on the para 2 to para 6, which one, why it is important, and then ending and summarizing the link to the business objectives. So here we have the core competence, importance of core competencies. So we will be talking about the definition of the core competencies, that is what is important in the business capability that gives the firms its competitive advantage. Then we will be talking about advantage 1 of core competence, analysis, further analysis, consequence. And then advantage 2 of the core competencies, analysis, further analysis, and the consequence. Please, please, please do not forget the consequence here. In paper 3, consequence was not so important, but in paper 4, the consequence is very, very important. Okay, so here you need to focus on the consequence, and then however the issue and explanation. And then paragraph 4, you will be talking about Porter's five forces analysis. Then paragraph 5, you'll be talking about SWOT and PEST, and then the analysis, the further analysis, the consequence and all. And then in other information, so here core competencies is in strategic analysis. So here we will be talking, and we have already talked about the other techniques. Porter's five forces analysis, we already talked about SWOT, we already talked about PEST. Okay, then the question is of core competencies. So in other information, what you will be writing, so you write about strategic choice or strategic implementation. And then your opinions here, you have to be very careful of the core competence. Your opinions here will be based on paragraph 2 and 3, that is basing on these two advantages, which one you think is most important for this business, the business in question that have been given to you. Okay, and because paragraph 5 and 6, it is not relevant here, because we are talking about core competence. So then the reasons why you think it is important, and then the ending, and then you summarize linking to the business objective. So here is the importance of strategic choice techniques. So if you go back to the grid that I gave you on the different questions which came out in the different years, so strategic choice techniques came out a lot of time. So here, when we are looking at strategic choice, same the definition of strategic choice, and then the different techniques that we have in strategic choice. For example, we have answer of matrix, the analysis, the further analysis, the consequence. We have the decision tree. Everything maybe will be given to you in the appendix. Analysis, further analysis, the importance of force field analysis, and then other information. So here we are talking about choice, so you need to talk about strategic analysis or implementation, and then your opinion based on these paragraph 3, paragraph 2 to paragraph 4, which one you think is important. So it's just like you're selling a burger, okay? So the burger, the bread remain the same. It's only in the middle that you're changing the patty. Some people like veg, some people like chicken, some people like tomatoes, some people like uh, cheese. So it's only in the middle that we are changing the content, okay? You just change the content and you sell the burgers, okay? So here is about the importance of force field analysis. So you will be like defining force field analysis by Kurt Lewin, how it is a technique which identify and analyze the positive factors of a business, the driving and the restraining factors. Then you will, paragraph 2, you will be talking about the advantage of FFA, the analysis, further analysis consequence, advantage 2, analysis, further analysis, consequence, importance of FFA, why force field analysis is important, uh, how should management address this force field analysis, okay, and in terms of giving numbers and all, and then we evaluate um, other information. For example, force field analysis is from strategic choice. So here you need to talk about strategic analysis and strategic implementation, and your opinion. Here again, your opinion will be based on these two advantages and which one you think, basing on the case study, basing on the appendix, which one you think is most important and why. Okay, and then you have to end your essay with summarize and link to the business objectives. So here we'll be looking at the importance of the decision tree analysis. So it's going to be same like the force field analysis. So we start with the definition of the decision tree, how the different options will be connected with the decision and the outcomes of an economic results, returns. Advantage 1 of the decision tree, advantage 2 of the decision tree. Then since here we are looking at strategic choice, so we'll be looking at one of the techniques, which is force field analysis. Then you will have to analyze, further analysis, consequence. Don't forget level 1, level 2, level 3. So basically the structure is going to be the same, my friends. All the structure is going to be same. All you have to do is to understand the structure. And then here we have other information. So here strategic, so decision tree is in strategic choice, so other information would be based on strategic analysis and strategic implementation, and then the opinions basing on advantage 1 and advantage 2. So you will have to say which one is most important, why, the reasons, your reasoning, why, ending, summarizing, everything same. The structure remains same. Yes, the next one is importance of decision tree and force field analysis. Yes, you can have both in the question, because in November 20 22, there was this question where both came out, decision tree and force field analysis. So the structure remained the same, my friends. So definition of decision tree, force field analysis, this is para 1. Then para 2 we'll be talking about advantage of decision tree analysis, advantage 2 of decision tree analysis, level 1, level 2, level 3, and then importance of force field analysis, importance, second importance, first importance, second importance, and then other information. So here we are looking at strategic choice, so you need to talk about strategic analysis and implementation, and if you want you may also talk about answer matrix, so depending on the appendix that you will be getting for the exams. Okay, and then your opinion here, your opinions will be based on which one of these is the best. Is decision tree the best or force field analysis the best, and why? Your reasons why, and then your ending summarize. Please don't forget to link with the business objective. So here is the importance of business strategy. So business strategy, if the business is doing well, depending on the case that you have. So here we'll be testing the business strategy. So we'll be talking about strategy analysis and strategic choice. Now in strategic analysis you have strategic, you have SWOT, PEST, Porter's 5 forces, analysis, the core competencies, and then strategic choice you have answer matrix and decision tree. Now what you can do, either you talk about all 4 in the strategic analysis, and you don't talk about the techniques in strategic choice, or you do not talk about the strategic analysis but you talk about the strategic choices, or you take 2 in the strategic analysis and 2 in the strategic choice, or 1 in strategic analysis and both in strategic choice. So it depends on you. Okay, now you can also play safe. For example, when I'm talking about playing safe, for example, I don't want to be stuck in the paper. For example, it can be that I take core competence and Porter's 5 forces analysis, so I'm sure I won't be stuck in the paper. I will be having good consequences and there would be no repetition in the paper. Like I told you before, SWOT and PEST, you will be writing more or less the same and you might be stuck in the paper. So it depends on you. If you do not want to have repetition, so it depends on you. So for me, Porter's 5 forces analysis and core competencies would be making a good combination in writing. So here is the importance of contingency planning. So in March 2017, we have such a question on contingency planning. So here, same definition of contingency planning, talking about crisis management, how to minimize the potential impact of a disaster. So then we move on to advantage 1 of the contingency planning. What are the advantages of contingency planning? So for example, you reassure your customers, your local residents, the safety, you try to minimize the negative impact. And advantage 2 of contingency planning, please my friends, do not forget about analysis, further analysis and consequence. And then you talk about the importance of change management. So the reasons for change. Next para, you talk about the importance of corporate culture, and then other information. So here strategic contingency. So here we'll be talking about strategic analysis and strategic choice, and then your opinion. So here your opinion, which one is the best, will depend on, you have to take paragraph 2 and paragraph 3, these 2 advantages, and which one you think is the best one, your reasoning, your ending, and then you summarize and you link to the business objectives. So here is about the importance of change management. So basically this is a topic where students find it difficult. So here you will have to talk about change management, how you're going to plan, to implement, to control, and review the movement of an organization from its current state to its new state. So this is about change management, and then change is in business is the rule, not the exception. So you have to adapt to change. Change is there. Market is dynamic. It is ever changing. The government policies keeps on changing. So competition changes. Consumer taste changes. So the environment keeps on changing. Technological improvement. So everything is changing. So you will have to change. Change is there. So you will have to talk about incremental change or a revolutionary change, and then we will be like talking about how you're going to overcome the resistance to change. Okay, how you're going to train your employees, how you're going to help them to make them accept change, to embrace change. So how you're going to have a new vision for the organization. You have to change the organization vision. You have to ensure that all the resources are there in place for change to happen. So you need to involve the employees in change, in the plan for change. Communication is very important. Focus on training. You have to sell the benefits to the employees. This will allow the employees to feel that they are able to make a real contribution to the change organization. So, and then what you have to do, developing a strategy to manage the change. You have to lead the change, do not just manage it. Okay, and this is where we are talking about having dynamic leaders in the organization who is there to motivate the employees, who see change as being positive. And also this is where we talk about the project champions. Okay, the project teams, the project champions. So when we are talking about the project champions, so we need to talk about RISE, RISE. So you need to have respected, influential, skilled, and experienced people. Okay. Then we need to talk about the importance of corporate culture. So culture is the way things are done here. Okay. The importance of having a culture. So we have a strong culture and we have weak culture. So which culture will really help the business to adapt to change? And also the business culture will have an influence on the style of leadership. For example, an autocratic style will lead to difficulty in managing and leading change, and employees will not be convinced that change will benefit them. So here we'll be talking about the importance of culture, how culture will facilitate change to happen. Then we have the importance of the contingency planning, the crisis management, and other information. You will be talking about strategic analysis and strategic choice, and then your opinions. So here, just like the sandwich, I told you the burger. I told you the burger, the burger, the bread will remain the same. It's only the inside, the middle that will change. So when we are talking about change, it's also about flexibility and adaptability of the employees. So here, importance of change culture, everything that we have discussed previously. So definition of the change culture, the different types of culture that we have, the importance of having a strong culture versus a weak culture, and how are we going to overcome resistance to change, the importance of change management, importance of contingency planning, this and this and this. So same, my friend. So and then you link it with the business objective. So next is on corporate planning. So planning to develop and implement future strategies, which is an important function of the senior managers. So the different components of corporate plan. So sometimes we talk about long-term planning. So we have question on that. So definition of corporate plan, the advantage of having a corporate plan, for example, managers having a clear sense of focus for the purpose they are trying to achieve. It helps to communicate this sense of purpose and focus to all managers, employees, and all the other stakeholders. And it is used as a control and review process, and the planning process is a very useful exercise. So we have advantage 1, advantage 2, the importance of change management. Why change? So change is everywhere, so we have to adapt. The importance of having a contingency plan, the further analysis that you need to have, and as a consequence, and then the information where you'll have to talk about strategic analysis and strategic choice. And then we have the opinions. So basing on the case study, which one of the advantage you think is most important, the reasons, and then you summarize, and then you link to the business objective, survival, growth, corporate social responsibility, and business survival. Then we have the importance of strategic implementation. So the definition of strategic implementation. So in this topic we have you need to talk about the importance of corporate culture, the different types of culture that we have, the importance of a contingency plan, of having contingency plan, the importance of change management, the analysis, further analysis. You may also talk about the project champions, the transformational leadership, the importance of mission, vision, statement, all the information about the strategic analysis and the choice, and then your opinion, why you think which one of these you think is most important, and why, and then the ending, and then you summarize, and then the link. So the next possible questions that you may get is on evaluation on the macroeconomic influences. So before we do have this question before the change of the syllabus in the previous papers, we do have such questions, but at that time it was 16 marks. Before it was on 16 marks, now it is on 20 marks. Okay. So here you have the definition of the macroeconomic influences. So the definition of the GDP values from the tables that they will give you. Okay, so if it is wrong, so you have to analyze, to interpret. Then interpretation of the inflation rate values from the table that they will give you, the interpretation of the interest rate values from the table again, and then interpretation of the exchange rate values from tables. And then other information, so you'll have issues on the forecast data. So remember, forecast can also be wrong. So the market conditions and the competitive level of importance. So your opinions, or which influence you think is the most important. So remember, you are getting 2 marks per analysis. Okay, so from paragraph 2 to paragraph 5, so you will be getting your marks 2, 4, 6, 8 marks on your analysis and consequences. So be very careful. Level 1, level 2, level 3 in your answer. Okay, then the opinions, which influence you think is the most important and why. Then you summarize, and then you link to the business objective. Okay, so you can practice. You have lots of questions on this. You can practice from other from previous papers. Questions. So here is the evaluation, evaluate the human resource strategy. So here, para 1, you will be defining the HR strategy, and then we'll have to talk about para 2, the importance of workforce planning, Para 3, the importance of employee training and development, compensation and benefits, employee relation. So this is like the whole of unit 2. And then the information, well, we'll be talking about the corporate culture, the leadership and its importance. And then when we are talking about these evaluation and all, so here para 2, you will be getting 2 marks for analysis, 1 mark for evaluation. 2 mark analysis, 1 mark evaluation. 2 mark analysis, 1 mark evaluation. 2 mark analysis, 1 mark evaluation. So 2 mark analysis makes you to 2, 4, 6, 8 points. 8 points, this is for analysis. Now 1 marks for evaluation. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I told you evaluation is 7 marks, isn't it? Now here you're getting 4 marks. So 1 marks will be here and 2 marks will be here, so it comes to 7 marks. Okay, so this is about the evaluation of the human resource strategy. So next is on evaluation. I evaluate the marketing plan or the strategy. So same like our burger, so the definition of the marketing plan and strategy, and then we have the different so marketing strategy, marketing plan. We cannot talk about marketing strategy without talking about our different P's. So the product USP importance, example analysis, the pricing strategy importance, promotion methods importance, the different types of promotion, place strategy importance, the distribution channels and all, and then other information, budgeting. You need to have money for all these to work. So the marketing objectives, its importance, and you need to remember our objectives needs to be SMART, S-M-A-R-T, SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time specific. And then your opinion, which one is the most important, or which of the 4 P's, which one you think is the most important? And we all know product is the most important, because without product the other P's would not exist. Okay, a why, and then you have to summarize, link to the business objectives. So the next part is on evaluation of operational strategy. So again, do not forget the burger. So we have the definition of operational strategy. You have to prepare 1 paragraph on the importance of operational efficiency, and we cannot talk about operational efficiency without talking about the importance of IT and artificial intelligence in this. You analyze, further analysis, consequence. Third paragraph is about the importance of flexibility and process innovation, analysis and all, and then the importance of lean production analysis, importance of ERP in operations management, and then other information. So here in other information, you may talk about CPA, operational flexibility, its objective, the importance, and then your opinion. Which operational strategy you think is the most important, depending on the basing on the case study that you will be given, and then you end, summarize, and the link to the business objectives. So here this is the last part, which is the evaluation of financial strategy. You define the financial strategy, and then the importance of accounting data into strategic decision making. You give example, analysis, take reference what is there in the case, further analysis, consequence, however, issues and explanation. The importance of business performance, here you have to use the accounting data given to you in the case study. And paragraph 4, the impact of accounting data and ratio analysis on the business strategy. Paragraph 5, the importance of ratio analysis and other information related to IT, financial strategy, and the financial objective of the business, and then their opinion, which aspect of the financial strategy you think is most important and why, and then you end, you summarize, and then you link to the business strategy. So please, I will tell you, please do not forget to always remember the L1, L2, L3 analysis, further analysis, and the consequences, which is very important for the exams. That's the end of this video, so thank you.